Hey, greetings, everyone. Lieutenant Colonel Alan West, Senior Fellow at the Media Research Center. It's good to be back. Been gone for almost 13 days, participating in the Media Research Center Mediterranean cruise. It was a great cruise, but I got to tell you something, 11 days at sea, Brett, I was a soldier, not a sailor, but I didn't get seasick or anything, so that was pretty cool. But it's good to be back and share thoughts, perspectives, and insights with you all. And of course, we come back and everything now is about impeaching the president and all about this Ukraine whistleblower. But you ever think how funny it is that, the left didn't say anything when Barack Obama considered support to the Ukraine to be MREs and warm socks while they were being overrun by Russia? Now all of a sudden they're so concerned about support to the Ukraine. Or how about when Barack Obama sat down and said to Dmitry Medvedev, the president of Russia, that after my reelection, I'll have more flexibility? Sounds kind of a quid pro quo thing to me. And we also know that the Obama administration interfered in the elections of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, using taxpayer funded dollars to send campaign operatives under the purview of the State Department, good old John Kerry, to try to undermine Netanyahu's election. They didn't say anything about that. So I'm really not paying a whole lot of attention to this thing. It'll blow over, just the same as the Russian collusion thing. But what really happened this past weekend is something that I want to share with you. I was down in Rosenberg, Texas, which is Fort Bend County, just west of Houston and Harris County. And I had an event at the G2G Family Shooting Range in Rosenberg, Texas. And the people that were tasked to be the vendor support, providing food for that event were two incredibly nice black twin sisters. And they had this nice little food truck. While I was out there getting my Philly cheesesteak, she asked me an incredible question because she had learned who I was and she did a little quick, search on Google and she saw a couple of videos. But she asked me, what is the difference between Republicans and Democrats? I couldn't think of a better question to be asked to the United States of America today. And so as I responded to her, it didn't take too long. I said, it's very simple. One party wants to make you a victor. The other party wants to make you a victim. When I looked at her and the fact that she had that food truck, I said the policies of the Republican Party, which really stands for growth, opportunity, and prosperity, is all about enabling you not to just have this one food truck, but to get two or three more, maybe even to open up your own restaurant. It's about you determining how you can be victorious in your own life. And having the tax regulatory policies, having the policies within the home that strengthens families. We're seeing more people coming off of the poverty rolls, more people coming off of the food stamp rolls, wages that are increasing because these policies are all about making folks victors. When you think about the policies of the progressive socialist left, the Democrat socialists, and while we were gone on the MRC cruise, the Democrat Socialist Party presidential debate happened just right over in Houston, where every single Republican elected official in November 2008 had been defeated. But when you listen to everything that they were talking about, how they need to give you free health care, how they need to give you free college, how they need to relieve college student debt, it's all about making you a victim and seeing you as a victim. And therefore, their policies are not about making you independent. Their policies are not about making you economically empowered. Their policies are about making you dependent. Their policies are about economically enslaving you. Their policies are not about strengthening families, but undermining families. And we see that especially in the inner cities, in our black communities, where the two-parent household is only now 24%. When we look at their tax and regulatory policies, it is not about how we can enable people to become victors, but how we can punish others, how we can redistribute wealth, because there's so many that they see as the victims. It's all about balkanizing people into different demographics and pitting them against each other. That's what the real difference is all about. And when you think about this whole thing about the Russian collusion and the impeachment of President Trump and Ukrainian whistleblowers, this is all because the progressive socialist left has to have power. As a matter of fact, United States Representative Al Green, who comes out of Houston, Texas, said that we have to impeach the president or else we may not defeat him in 2020. See, this is not about the betterment of your life, your standard of living, your quality of life. This is not to them about making you a victor. This is about more victims. Remember that since the Trump administration has come along, almost 7 million people have come off the food stamp rolls. Look at how many people we have out working. Our unemployment rate is at a near 50-year low. It didn't happen in the administration of Barack Hussein Obama. It is happening in this current administration. So when I explained to her that the difference between Republicans and Democrats is about being a victor or being a victim, she got it. She understood. And she's going to go back and think a little bit harder. She's going to go and do her due diligence. And I tell you, if we want to win over the United States of America, it's not about going out with the boilerplate sound bites of lower taxes and limited government. Just touch people in the heart and tell them that you want them to be victors and not victims. The Democrat Socialist Party, they don't see you as a champion. What they want to do is give you a little plastic participation trophy.